is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3.
A man coming off a washout 2021, it's Travis Etienne.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Lawrence will throw.
Being chased out left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now we're looking at 3rd down. That's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively. Well, this defense for the Jaguars much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 38, Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence. That's Calvin Ridley. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Lawrence going to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw. On the move to his left. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tyson Campbell up to make the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert, he'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Chargers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Eckler now between the tackles. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throwing to the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
No score after one on EA Sports. A give, Eckler running to the right. We're down to the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
This league is all about speed in the receiver position, and Jalen Guyton, he's got it in abundance. Almost 1,000 yards over the last 2 seasons in Los Angeles while playing as the Chargers' 3rd or 4th receiver much of the time. Nice first down pickup with that catch.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings us 2nd and 12. At the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, that one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the turnover the play did on the last one.
From the 27,
Lawrence.
and he gets this one to Ridley complete.
Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And we see plays like this quite a bit when you allow a quarterback to get out of the pocket, because it's really easy for a defender to lose sight of the receiver. His eyes often go to the quarterback maneuvering, and this time it led to a big play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
I know you're trying not to score more, Raj, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From just shy of midfield, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Steps away to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Pulls it in at the 13. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
out of the gun, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Herbert off of play action. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this one's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
10 yards to go.
Herbert throwing again. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Lawrence on 3rd down. That caught by Manhurts. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They go play action with Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Etienne once more. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Etienne up the middle.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. To throw again on second down. Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up third.
Herbert on third down now. Rolling to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And some room to roam now.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Jags are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things in this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now it's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Chargers.
One last throw here for Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jags, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1.